So I'm videotaping this because I'm just cutting food in prep for something I'm going to make, and like I'm hearing all kinds of messages, and so I'm going to work it out while I'm videoing it so that way I don't lose it, because I've been hearing messages and just not documenting them. So my own journey has been hot and heavy right now, and this knowledge, though, that this message is for a lot of people, okay? Meaning, well, here, let me get into it. So I was just listening. I'm listening to music and listening to the universe, or listening to what's out there. And what was out there was talking about my age group. The people that were born around like 1975, okay? Now, labels. I guess it helps us as humans like understand better, so I'll use some labels, but I don't like labels. So, you know that there's like all these different types of people that were born, indigo and crystal and all these rainbow children and everything, right? And they actually had like time frames that people were born into, like that the first ones were the indigo children, and then came the crystal children, and then the rainbow children, or something like this, okay? Whatever it was, right? But we know now that there were some of us that actually came in as all, right? But it was through our awakening or through our discovery of ourselves that we discovered that, or that we were indigo. We still are indigo, but we were indigo for the time being until we realized that we were more. And then we realized that we were also the crystal. And then we also realized that we were the rainbow. And then that a bunch of us also were the what's the word I'm looking for? The meaning of two races. Hybrids, there's another word for it, but it basically means like the hybrids, right? The new breed. Okay, going back to the original thing that I heard. So I was talking about, I was seeing in my mind, around the 1975 child. That child is so unique because not only did we come into this world where, we don't know internet, we don't know the computer, we don't know, we learn how to do everything manually and automated at the same time. We were the channel changers. As little kids, we were the ones that sat on the floor and we changed the channel. Then we learned about the remote controls, and then we learned about look at where we're at now. It's a far cry from manually spinning a dial and fixing the antennas on a black and white TV, right? Or a bulb TV. So that means that there's something very special about us, just the fact that we came in at this time, because we can see both sides, meaning we can help those above us, meaning the olders, and we can help the ones below us, and that just means the youngers, right? Not meaning above and below is better or less, but just saying of the age, which leads to a big responsibility, doesn't it, right? But what are we doing? So many of us in this age group are riddled with addictions. Addictions to everything, isn't it? And it doesn't have to be one thing or another. It just can be addictions to people, places, things, foods, drinks, shopping, working out, exercising. You could trade one thing for another, and it's like we're running from something. So what are we running from, right? Our responsibility to constantly speak the truth and fight against these things, these programs that have been imparted or put in place to keep in old energy. Why do we have to follow certain rules? Why? If we have all this brand new technology and automation, then why are we stuck in some of these old programmings, old thought patterns. You know, I can give one right away, is that how many of us are still in the understanding that you have to work really hard in order to have anything. You have to work really hard in order to have, in order to be loved. You have to be people pleasing. You have to be, you know, killing yourself for the money, right? Why we were also programmed to be so independent that we don't ask others for help, right? I mean, I'm completely of that, you know, that I cannot ask others for help. Why? Because, well, a million things we were taught as kids. Was it weakness? Was it, you know, you don't have others help you because they could take it away? Just a million freaking things, right? That all different people say. It's all the same thing. So all of this is coming in, and now what are we supposed to do with it? I don't know. So that's where I'm at right now, is just listening to all this, listening to the generation that it wanted to talk to, or that it was talking to in this now. I'm feeling like each generation is going to have their own message coming in, you know. But what I feel like we need to do is, as all the different generations, we need to hear our messages and then come together and explain how we are a part of this bigger puzzle, right? Because together, unity is how it comes, right? It is the isolation, the forcing individuality, or not individuality, the forcing of, that's the wrong word, the forcing of, like isolated, I have to do it by myself, or, you know, that kind of a thing. Right. We're coming into a place where we need families together, but yet we've been programmed through everything from, and it's coming in as I'm speaking, so I'm not clear, so don't get me on this right now, but even as simple as, like, what are we watching on TV, media, whatever. I mean, like, look, I can waste away a few hours on 30-second and 2-minute clips, right? What is that doing to our brains? What's that doing to our minds? I know that there's been a lot of research and study about the amount of images that flash in a moment on a television screen or on a whatever screen when you're watching a video of some sort. So what is that programming within our brains, you know? What I'm hearing is the whole sun gazing, you know, like a lot of us discovered sun gazing, and maybe, like, we've kind of gotten away from it. I feel like that's maybe a way to release some of this damage that has been done to us with our, I don't know, I'll have to look into that a little bit more. So that's, I think about it. That's all that really wants to come through right now. It just keeps talking about the uniqueness of that 1975 crowd. And I'm saying the years before, the years after, I don't know how many, but you'll know. And it keeps saying that how so many are all of the children, you know, like, because weren't the Indigos the ones to break everything down, right? But then we also were needed to show how to raise things up again too, because we were manual workers. We did learn how to do everything, something like that. And then that's the crystal children, and the rainbow children are the ones that live through it and bring more light into it, and the hybrids are coming in once the placement is made, right? Once the changes of once the old energy leaves and the new energy is sustained, which is happening globally in pockets. People are creating their own spaces of, they're those spaces of heaven, right? Places where they are safe and with people that they are safe with, right? And it's happening. What else? Just always that message of live true to yourself. Whatever your truth is does not have to ring true with anybody else, because we each are multi-galactic ambassadors from our own. I mean, each one of us has so many different things within us that we were born from, so many other energies, such a recipe that no one else has. So our own unique recipe, our own unique message may, you know, is needed to raise the vibration of the planet. And it doesn't have to sound like anybody else's message, because yours is unique, because you are unique. No two people, even twins, are exactly alike. They've proven that. What else? I guess that's it. That's it.